Solomon, the king of Israel, started out following God wholeheartedly, but later his heart was turned away from God. He was unfaithful to God by worshiping idols. The Lord was angry with him and said, "Since you have not kept my covenant and laws, I will tear your kingdom in two. One tribe will be given to your son, and the rest of Israel will follow another king." Later, a servant of King Solomon named Jeroboam was walking down the road when a prophet of the Lord met him. The prophet told Jeroboam that he would be the new king. Solomon tried to kill Jeroboam, but he fled to Egypt, where he remained until Solomon's death. After Solomon died, his son Rehoboam became the new king. Jeroboam and the people of Israel came to Rehoboam and said, "Your father Solomon was a very harsh king. We are willing to follow you as our king, if you will be less harsh with us." Rehoboam replied, "Come back in 3 days, and I will give you an answer to your request." Then Rehoboam brought together the elders who had served his father Solomon. The elders gave Rehoboam very good advice. "Be a servant to the people, and speak kind words to them, and they will be your servants forever." Rehoboam did not like what the elders said and rejected their advice. He asked some young men he had grown up with what he should do. These young men said, "Show the people you are in charge. Tell them you are far more powerful than your father Solomon, and that their lives will be much harder under your rule." When 3 days had passed, Jeroboam and all the people returned to Rehoboam to hear his reply. He told them, "My father made your work difficult, but I will make your work even more difficult. My father disciplined you, I will discipline you even further." When the people heard Rehoboam's reply, they rebelled against him. All the tribes of Israel, except for the tribe of Judah, came together and made Jeroboam their king. Because of Rehoboam's foolish and prideful sin, the people of God were now divided into two nations. King Rehoboam was king over Judah, and King Jeroboam was king over Israel. Rehoboam rejected good advice, and his foolish pride led to a divided kingdom. Jesus, the truly wise king, unites all who trust in him and brings them into his kingdom forever.
All right, this gets kind of confusing because we have Rehoboam, who is the son of Solomon, and then we have Jeroboam, who was an advisor of Solomon and was told he was going to be king. Now, I'm going to need a helper today. I need somebody who has really good eyes and a very calm hand. Very good eyes and a really calm hand. You'd be perfect. Let's go. Remind me of your name.
Amelia.
Amelia, that's a beautiful name. All right, Amelia, I need you to stand right here, okay? And what I have here today are 2 magic dollar bills. These aren't real dollar bills. These are magic dollar bills. Are they whole? Kind of feels like it's good to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So there were 2 kings. One was kind and one was not so kind.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And then there was a problem. There was a big problem. And the country of Israel was divided. So I need you to hold that, and I need you to be super, super still because I am super shaky. I want to make sure your fingers are right there. Okay, very good. I don't want you to get your, there we go, perfect. I don't want to cut you. And the country, you can tell I'm shaky. Let's shake it off. All right, here we go. And the country was divided. Right? And it was divided for many, many, many years. In fact, many generations. And Judah in the south and Israel in the north were divided for a long time. And God knew he had to send a very special king, a king that would be born in the south, but would grow up in the north, and he would use that king to put that country back together again. Whoa! And only Jesus could do something like that. Now, I am not Jesus, and nor am I a magician. I just know a special trick to make that look like what happened just happened. Would you give Amelia a great big hand, please? You can go back and have a seat. So Jesus does this not by magic, but with the very power of God. And God's greatest power is his love and ability to forgive. And Jesus, because he died on the cross, has the power to forgive our sins and remember them no more. And it's like the two pieces that were separate, he makes us whole again. It makes it like the cut never happened. But we have broken relationships in our lives, right? Relationships that are less than good. And our relationship with God, because of our sin, is less than good. And Jesus doesn't want it to stay that way. So by his power and his love, he sacrifices himself on the cross so that he could bring us back into a whole relationship with his Father. Now, when you realize how amazing of a miraculous gift that is, you begin to want to share that same grace with other people. This is what we call at St. Luke's the transformed life of renewal. When you receive so much of God's grace and forgiveness and wholeness that you long to share that wholeness with somebody else that you've got a broken relationship with. It motivates you to be loving and forgiving and kind. And God pulls us together into that whole relationship with him, inspiring us to do the same with other people.